team partner.
Well, it's your show. Lead the way.
Well, no, go ahead.
Man, what about The Rock's new movie? It comes out this weekend.
Oh, yeah, I think it's gonna be pretty good.
I saw a couple. I didn't realize it. Like they're expecting a lot of the people that made the movie, and so they're expecting it to be like an awards season movie. Like
Oh, wow.
They're expecting like. Now I don't know if The Rock will get, but everybody they're expecting that movie to be one of those contenders that's like getting nominated for a bunch of stuff. It's like supposed to be a film.
A film. It's not a movie. It's a film.
Yeah. But they did say The Rock, like everything I've read thus far talks about, like wow, like what a good job he does in it.
Heck yeah. Yeah, I think it's. I've been, following it on Twitter and stuff like that, and it looks interesting, for dang sure. All right, there we go. That's the title of the episode is We Aid Double S. But I didn't put that. We're gonna keep it. You see what Cam Ward said?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was great.
I saw that. Speaking of Twitter, I saw that and I sent that out to all the guys in the fantasy league because that's pretty much Sunday.
Yeah.
Is those, it's of course it's Lee and Sammy and Curry, a lot of those guys. And that was just, and then as soon as I saw that, I was like, nobody's mentioned this yet, so I sent it out to that group, and they've had some fun with that.
Oh yeah, it's been great.
Apparently, Callahan was not very pleased with it. I saw his press conference yesterday, but it's like, come on, man. I said, I kind of appreciated him getting up there and saying it.
Being honest about it, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. He wasn't lying. That was the.
Yeah, their ass.
They are. So bad. So bad. God, I need a haircut so bad tomorrow. Woo-hoo. All right, ready to do this?
Let's do it.
All right, everybody, welcome to the
next episode
of the Everyday Joe Show. I'm your host, the Travis Reed. You might have heard me before.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. Nope. No, we got one. We're not used to being on recording this at this hour here lately. We've been a little early, so everybody's probably asleep. All right, guys, here we are, episode 391, getting so close to episode 400, and the 10-year anniversary. It is right around the corner, Bubba.
Getting old, man.
Yeah, no kidding, man. No kidding.
I just realized, so you've been doing, not a single episode of this has been recorded when I drank. Thank God.
Yes.
Thank the Lord.
We would have been canceled a long time ago, I believe. Yeah, man, almost 10 years and 400 episodes, and yeah, Craig only been kicked off the air just a couple times. Not terrible. This here's my special tag team partner this evening, Mr. Bradley Ramsey Tooth. It is Tooth's anniversary to his wonderful bride, Miss Kimberly Martin. 4 years. 4 years they've been married. She's not killed him yet.
I'll say that's more miraculous than this show going 10 years.
I think so as well, and he's watching. He is on his way to a concert with his daughters this evening. Hey, Nothing. They're going to go see them at the Basement East, I believe he said it was. So he's got a big weekend ahead of him. He's not even working tomorrow.
Sweet.
Yeah, like he 4-day weekend, going out with the kids tonight, celebrate anniversary this weekend. He's got a jam-packed weekend, so we let him off. It's non-paid time off though.
But you get me, so it's a win-win for everybody.
That's right. We get the tag team partner. Bradley ain't been here in a while, man. How you been?
Been good. I can't complain. Somebody else was telling me that when I left the Kiwanis Club this evening. They said, you seem to be doing good. And I was like, man, my kids are happy. Job's going well, and you just got to turn on the news to realize how lucky you are, really.
Yeah.
I can't complain.
No doubt. It's you've been busy with the kids and sports this summer as well.
Oh, goodness. My daughter she's going to be Charlotte in Charlotte's Web at
Oh,
Westwood.
yeah.
So we've
awesome.
got soccer, 2 dance classes. My son's on the swim team, and then we get to add play practice to the fold. So when
Good Lord,
so if there's anyone out there that thinks I've been ignoring them, it's only simply because my children. This is the first time I've laid eyes on Travis in many weeks. So
Yeah.
I'm just my youngins keeping me busy as they should.
Yeah, save the fantasy football draft. That was the first time in
Yes.
like literally months since we've seen each other, because kids here and ball and volleyball and basketball and baseball, and it's been the same, man. Same. I mean, like I had to miss out on watching football just to go to Murfreesboro with my daughter, with Hope, a couple weeks ago. She's like, because she's works all the time. I'm like, man, we've got a free day. Let's go do something.
Man, heck, man, I know we'll get into this, but the way the Titans are playing, Sundays are pretty much a free day anyway to do what you want.
Well, Bubba, let me go ahead. Let's just go ahead, skip all the rest of the introductions to get to that. Cam Ward said it best. Let's keep it a buck. We're ass.
Yep.
And Bubba, they are. Funny thing. So me and Bradley were talking right before the shows. He's watched part of the games. I've watched part of the games. One of my new rituals is I like watching the game, getting on Twitter or X, go to the search, hit Titans, and hit latest, and then just refresh it every 10 seconds or so and read what people are saying, because they're complaining just like we are. And so I was like, I'm going to talk about this week on the show. I'll make some notes. So I went to my notes app here on my lovely iPhone, and the 5th thing that I typed in the during the game is O-line is ass. So I think Cam Ward hacked my phone and stole my sand.
He probably did.
Yeah.
Or, of course, as bad as they are, I think that's just everyone's common thought. I don't believe he had to steal that from you. He's the one back there having to try to play behind him. So.
Like, there's no other way to describe it.
Yeah.
It is so bad, man. Like, just in my note, like, they got hosed on the roughing the passer call. Completely hosed on that. I mean, what's his name? Shakir or Sherrill, whatever his name is. Used to play for the Titans. He blatantly hit him in the helmet. Yep. Should have been a call. But then it was 4th and 1 on next series or so. We're on Titans are on defense. 4th and 1. So you figure they're probably going to run an inside run. You would think, right? So how many down linemen do you think the Titans had on the line of scrimmage at that time?
Not enough, but I believe it was 4.
4. We had 4. We didn't bring any linebackers up. They were in standard formation. Bradley, you played football a little bit in middle school, junior high.
Well, and then as we all know, sports is not at the top of my list of things. Now, I enjoy it, but I'm more of the music nerd. But even I know when I watch it, it's like, that don't look right.
What in the world, dude? Oh, you got to be kidding me, man. But that one play, Jeffrey Simmons, where he timed the snap, and Bubba, that was otherworldly right there. Well, it was a bright spot.
And what's surprising, I guess, the Broncos game. I watched that game with some of my buddies in Murfreesboro, and when I left there, even though they lost, we were all like, "Man, I'll take that." I'll take that. They look like they have improved from last season.
Right.
There's Cam Ward. Looks like he's probably going to be the guy, and I still think he is. I think he just needs an offensive line. But, it's like, we may not win many games, but we're competitive. We played against one of the best defenses in the NFL, and they hung in there. I don't know what happened after that game.
Bubba, I don't think they do either.
Because the defense, all around, they were competitive. You knew we still got a lot of holes to fill, but by golly, they're out there and they're playing.
Yeah.
And it just seemed to go downhill. I guess it was the Jaguar-Jacksonville game where it just seemed like one of the Jaguars receivers said they knew during –
Oh, it was the Colts game.
It was the Colts, yeah. At the beginning of the warm-ups, when the Titans came out, it's like, we got this. These guys don't even want to be here. They don't want to play.
Yeah, it was Michael Pittman Jr. said that.
Yep.
He's like, yeah, man, that's bad.
Yep.
That's really bad. Dumb penalties. Like, I don't understand it.
That goes to coaching. I mean, if anything, I don't care how bad you are. If you're disciplined, the penalties are the biggest concern. Other than the fact that they don't seem motivated or don't seem to care. But the penalties that's just a sign of a coach not coaching, not doing his job.
Like, how in the world can you be on defense and get a second and you're in a position you're on offense, and you're at 2nd and 33. Man, come on, bro. Well, I don't know. I played football. I sat on the bench a lot, but I played. I don't ever remember being on a team where we were second and 33 ever.
Yeah. And we played for Coffee County.
Yeah.
No offense.
Yeah. We almost went to the playoffs. We just had to win that one game. But second and 33, Bubba. Like, how in the world do you do that?
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just, it seems like the way, and I do believe that it starts at the top.
Yes.
And of course, obviously, you can't get rid of the owner, and I don't know if she's the problem or not, but the coach, the way the team's played, and that's, in my opinion, all on the coach.
Yes.
You can have young talents, you can have subpar talent, but they should at least get out there and play and want to play and not make not have stupid penalties. And that's coaching.
Agree with that. I remember I was in a group chat with Megan's mom and sister and brother-in-law, sister-in-law, and topic before the season started, topic of the Titans came up in a little group chat, and this was before any preseason games, before any of them. And dude, I unloaded on Callahan. I'm like, Coach thinks he's and I did it on the show a while back. The coach thinks he's the greatest thing since sliced bread. He's not. He's terrible. I'm not saying I can, but like Ken Wisenhunt. I loved Ken Wisenhunt because he coached the Cardinals. That's my team, who's playing the Titans this weekend. So we're gonna win in the win column. But Ken Wisenhunt, I was like, nah. He thinks he's the smartest guy in the room, and he's not. Brian Callahan bro don't even know the rules, man.
Oh yeah.
Don't even know the rules. Like, dude, we've got guys like me, armchair. I don't even say quarterback, armchair lineman, armchair water boy. Well, and I know the rules better than that. Like, come on, man.
It would seem like football 101, especially if you're the head coach of the NFL, that you know what a catch is.
Yes.
I know there's some things that get in the weeds where they get a little complicated, but you run the ball, you throw the ball, you catch the ball. That's what you do in football. And for him not to know what a catch is. Yes. A reception, if you will.
And see, we went from Vrabel, who knew the rule book back and forward, sideways, because he played under Belichick. Belichick knows. And there's some kind of, like if you can do a drop kick on whatever for a field goal, and if you miss it, then they don't get to recover it or whatever. There's some kind of silly rule about that.
Yeah.
There's no silly rule about lining up for a punt and doing something, and then they do something, and you can do it and don't get penalized for doing this. I don't even remember what it is. Vrabel knew that. He knew that. Callahan don't know that. And I told in that group chat, I was like, they're going to have to do something because they're not going to be good until they get rid of him and his dad. It's 100% not going to work here. He's not that good of a coach. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, I think he benefited from having a couple of extremely talented quarterbacks that were under him when he coached. But I think in hindsight, we're seeing that those quarterbacks would have done well under any coach, and it wasn't necessarily him being a quarterback whisperer or whatever.
Yeah.
It was just...
Yeah, you had Joe Burrow, hon. That's what got you.
I believe I could be the quarterback's coach for Joe Burrow, and he'd still be Joe Burrow.
Probably better because we're leaving him alone because we have no idea what we're talking about.
What should I do, Bradley? Whatever you think, Joe.
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
Yeah. Shouldn't have wore those cleats, Joe. I like the black and white Jordans you had on last week.
Yeah, I could probably tell him better. Man, the frosted tips, Joe. Next time, let's do this.
Yeah.
But as far as quarterbacking goes, get out there and play.
You got it. He just sit there and, man, he looks like he thinks he knows it all, and he doesn't. And then he relinquished play calling to the quarterback's coach. Well, it got worse. Mm-hmm. They try like 2 trick plays. Man, you can't run a regular play. Yep. When you start doing a trick play in the second quarter of a game, people know, oh, they're struggling. We're fixing to win.
Yeah.
It rarely ever does any good where you're going to get any momentum when you're struggling that bad. And it's an embarrassment. In my opinion, it's terrible.
And this is the first time, heck, I think since the Titans have been in Nashville, that I have just given up hope this early in the season.
Yep.
Where typically I would at least look forward to watching the games going, man, this is going to be the game. This is going to be the one. I'm already done.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is a wash. We have another first round pick. Maybe we'll have a new coach next year.
It's completely, it's embarrassing. It's terrible. Like, I've never in my life, man. Never.
Even at NFL.com or whatever, I get emails from them every day with it. And the beginning of the season, their power rankings, they didn't have obviously the Titans in the top 10, but they had them. They were a little past, middling, but they were not considered the worst team. And even the guy wrote, he goes, and depending on what Cam Ward can do, I might be eating my words for ranking them so low at the end of the season.
Right.
I mean, even the experts were going, this is a team that's got a lot of potential. We know they're not going to be good this year, but they're on their way up.
Yeah.
And that's what I went in thinking. It's like, man, just be competitive, show some bright spots, and here we go. And no,
Oh, there we went.
It's like, well, all right.
There we went.
I was not expecting us to be the worst team in the NFL.
No, I mean, I don't even think it's close, man. I really don't, dude.
I think the Saints can come in and spank us right now.
I'm destroyed. The Panthers could beat the
Yep.
brakes off of us. The Jets would mop the field with us. Like, and they're not playing very well. It's like I said though, I can't stop watching. It's like a train wreck. Can't stop watching. I got the Twitter pulled up and I'm seeing what everybody else is griping about, and it's the same things I'm griping about. So I'm like, okay, you're not being just a whiny little punk here. Like,
You're not being unrealistic.
Yes.
I mean, we've watched. I guarantee you, there are Buffalo Bills fans right now, and you could watch a game with them, and they're going to nitpick everything.
Yeah.
Oh, Josh Allen, there he goes.
Yeah.
But so you see that where they expect their team to be perfect and to win the Super Bowl every year. No, our team does suck.
Yeah.
It's just they are ass.
Yes. We don't just suck off for one play or a series or a quarter. It's the whole time.
Yep.
And I feel so bad for Jeffrey Simmons. Like he is, man, he's tearing them up and he can't get no help, Bubba. Like it's so bad. But maybe, as long as they don't straighten it up this weekend, that'd be great because playing my Arizona Cardinals, so maybe we can get another win. We got a lot of injuries too. But I mean, it is what it is.
And I would settle for an 0-4 team that was competitive.
Yeah.
Where you're going, hey guys, look, I know they're 0-4, but they're young, they're hungry, they're scrappers. We can't look past this team. You know how Vanderbilt has been described in the past,
Yes.
where it's like, hey man, don't let the record fool you. These guys they come to play.
Yeah.
And even though they're outmatched, they're going to give it all they got. That's not even the Titans right now. It's just, who do we play after the Titans?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you can almost phone it in and beat them because they are.
Yeah.
I mean, let's keep it a buck. If we keep it in a buck, that's what they is. Man, it's embarrassing. I'm surprised the coach hasn't been fired yet, to be honest with you.
And I feel, of course, Jeffrey Simmons, I feel bad for Cam Ward because, he was the first pick in the draft, and he was completely overlooked because of Shedeur Sanders.
Yeah.
And so I was hoping, hey, if he'll get in there and just show why but he's not even given the chance. I mean, the offensive line sucks so bad.
Oh, terrible.
And they're playing from behind. He doesn't have the opportunity to get in there and just do the, screen pay, just kind of get his feel and start getting the speed down. He was like, was it David Carr? Was he the Texans? Where there was the first
David Carr.
guy
Yeah.
that's still, I think, the most sacks in one season.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm afraid that's what they're going to do to Cam Ward is
Yeah.
just, here's a guy that's got all the talent in the world, but he's going to have PTSD by the end of the year. He's going to be so whipped, have that, that beat dog mentality that you're never going to get to. And I feel bad for him because he should have gotten more hype and gotten more, at least for being the first pick in the draft.
Yeah.
He should have gotten more
He flew on.
recognition for that. And it just but maybe that drives him. Maybe he's
Maybe it
like,
does.
hey, I'm on a crappy team. I've been overlooked. I'm going to keep working and going to keep pushing. And I like the mentality that he's straight up saying, "Hey, we suck and we got to do better."
I love it. I think it's a breath
Yeah.
of fresh air myself. But they, we'll see what they do Sunday. Hopefully they don't pull it out, so my Cardinals will get it in the win column, and I can watch some more bashing on Twitter.
Well, both of the Cardinals running backs are on injured reserve. I picked up a guy that I don't even know his name because I've got 2 running backs on bye week, and I was like, well, they're going to play him this week, and they're playing the Titans. Who knows? Let's throw this guy in there. He's got a shot.
I did the same thing because I feel bad because James Conner's on Megan's fantasy team in our friendly fancy league. So I picked up the backup, the guy that's playing this week.
I did too.
I picked him up, so she couldn't get him, and now she's screwed.
Well, I picked up Connor's backup, and then he got hurt last week.
I didn't go that far.
Yeah, and so after he got hurt, I got on there and I was like, well, because I had 2 running backs. I didn't realize this, that are on bye week. I was like, well, I need 2 running backs. And I saw that Cardinals, that dude was ranked up there. And then I saw, I was like, oh, Andy's playing the Titans. Well, this guy's got a chance.
Let's
even
go
if
ahead
it's
and
the
get him.
only game that he does well.
Yeah, let's go ahead and get him. All right, guys, before we go to break, I got to tell you my lovely and wonderful wife is doing her annual Unstoppable Night of Hope. That is November 21st, 6 p.m. at Beans Creek Winery. Go to her Facebook page, and you will find out all about it. This is for single working mothers. We take donations for toys, money, because we try to give few families a good Christmas that otherwise would not be able to because of certain situations in their life. So that's the Unstoppable Night of Hope, Beans Creek Winery. That is November 21st, 6 p.m. And all proceeds are donated to local single working mothers. So it's a great cause. She's very, very, very passionate about it. Which I got a story about that later on in the show. I normally wouldn't tell, but I have to because somebody did something. So yeah, get on her Facebook page, check it out. I'll be releasing some more details on the show in the coming weeks. So that'll be a good time there at Beans Creek. We appreciate them letting Megan hold her event there. Good bunch of folks there at Beans Creek. All right, guys, take a break. We come back. You familiar with the guy iShowSpeed? You ever heard of him?
No.
Okay, he's a little influencer. We'll get into that and what he said the other day. A little bit later, we're going. The WNBA commissioner did some stupid remarks the other day. Boy, she is stupid. We'll have your Common John update. We'll have some Lunchtime Theater music of the week. Tooth has got one dialed up for you. Then I got some burning questions for Bradley, or just one really. It's a question I asked Tooth last week, but I think Bradley he fits it as well. So I think it'll be good. You're listening to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck. I figured you probably have a few in the tank on that one, or in the memory bank.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Hey, we need to be quiet.
No.
Tell Megan if they're looking, if they've already got plenty of sponsors for this deal. Anytime they need a sponsor, to give me the info.
Okay.
We're all in on all that stuff.
Yeah, she's still looking for more for sure.
Yeah, tell her to shoot me I'll get you my email after this.
Okay.
Shoot me a breakdown, and I'll hand it off to Katie, and we'll get it to our lady in Dunlap and see if we can get her some money.
Heck yeah, man, that'd be awesome. She'd love that. All right, guys, welcome back to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck, episode 391. That's Bradley Ramsey. That's me, the Travis Reed. Bradley, tag team partner, tagged him in, standing in for Tooth. It's his anniversary, and he's out with the children tonight at a concert, have some daddy-daughter time. So congratulations to them. Bradley, on a whim, I send the bat signal. Here comes Bradley.
Yep.
My man. All right, so you're not that familiar with the guy named iShowSpeed.
No, that one's a new one for me.
He does. He's like an influencer type deal. Got a YouTube channel. He does a lot of athletic stuff. He's very fast. He did a little deal with Tom Brady and Danny Amendola the other day, and he ran a 4.4940.
Okay, I saw. I didn't know it was him, but I
Yeah.
saw something about that on Instagram or something.
So we did that, and he apparently torched Danny Amendola, and he's been retired a couple years, but
Yeah.
Amendola could fly, and dude could run. So they asked IShow Speed, do he think he could gain a rushing yard in the NFL, in an NFL game? He's like, yeah, I could, no problem. So what would you do? Just run the ball, run one away from everybody. Bro, you know linebackers in the NFL run 4.49s, right? Like, now what do you? So you saw a little bit about that. Do you think he could get a rushing yard in an NFL game?
I'm not going to say no. I'd not behind the Titans offensive line, but I'd say if you put him on give him a week to practice with a team, I think they could come up with a Kansas City Chiefs, Baltimore Ravens. Pick any of the top 5 teams, top 10 teams right now.
Right.
I think they could get him a yard.
Okay.
I think, but that I'd say that. There's no play if you're an offensive player. There's no play where you're not making contact. I'd say after he got that yard, he'd probably be like, "All right, I'm good."
Yeah.
I believe he could get the yard. It's the punishment he would take getting it. I don't know if he would even be up to getting another yard afterwards.
Right. Yes, I could agree with that. I think now that you say that, they could design a play. All right, double team this guy, block this guy, yada yada yada. And against the best defense, he might be able to get a yard.
Yeah.
Now, if he's going to run to the outside, which is kind of how I felt the way he was talking, and I'm putting words in his mouth. I don't think he could get the edge because those guys are just like you're not going to get the edge on like Myles Garrett. He's going to set it and he'll catch you.
And I guarantee, I don't even think watching football live does the speed of the game justice. I say once you step on that field and you see the size and how fast everybody moves, I don't believe he gives that enough credit. I think I believe, as we all know, speed alone does not make a good running back or a receiver.
No.
Because you got to be tough. You got to understand. There's a lot of things a lot of moving parts you've got to understand.
Absolutely. I just like you see Myles Garrett the other day. He did a speed move on one of the Green Bay Packers left tackle. It was so fast, and he went towards him, did a sidestep, and it was so fast, dude didn't even, literally did not touch him. And Myles Garrett is 290 pounds, and like, if he did that right to IShow Speed, IShow Speed might be. Now IShow Speed is a fantastic athlete. Like, dude is freaky good at every single thing he does, and it makes you mad. You're like, how are you good at everything you touch? Like, he's a great athlete. So that brings me to say this. Do you think that the everyday Joe, just an everyday Joe, could compete? I'm going to go down the list. Do you think out of 100 at-bats, do you think just you or me could get a hit off of Paul Skeens, the best pitcher in Major League Baseball right now? Do you think we could even make contact with the ball?
No, I wouldn't bet on it.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it couldn't happen. I believe there's some luck involved in some of this.
Yeah.
When you got a bat, it's a ball coming at you. There's a little bit of luck involved, but no. The answer, if I bet my money, my buddy's on no.
I agree, and I asked this because they asked a bunch of ball players for like some kind of event for baseball players, and they asked, could anybody walk up on the street and get a hit off of a Major League Baseball pitcher? And everybody was like, no. Even Paul Skeens, and he was like, no, they're not doing it. And I don't mean, you stretch beforehand, yeah. No practice beforehand, no getting in the batting cage, getting up off your, because we coach from the couch.
Yeah.
We criticize athletes from the couch. That's the entertainment of sports, is you can do that. We do it with movies too. We're telling, hey, don't run away don't run upstairs away from the killer, get out of the house, blah blah blah. That's what we do. And they brought it up to them, and these Major League Baseball players are just like, no, absolutely not. Do you think an everyday Joe could complete a pass in an NFL game? Not a screen pass, a pass downfield, say 5 yards beyond.
You just about you or me just getting up off the couch and just being thrown into a game. No,
I don't think so.
I think that your odds are still minuscule, but better than hitting a fastball because you've got help. That's the thing. That's why I think it's possible for this guy to get a yard because you've got other guys out there, and their sole goal is get this guy as far down the field as possible. It's just you're batting the ball with the bat, and I don't. But I still don't think a guy, you or me, right off the couch could do it. No, complete a pass. No,
I don't think so either. Because we don't have the arm strength. Now, granted, when I was younger, I could throw fairly hard. You probably could as well. Tooth could, Eli could. All of our buddies could throw. Even Bull. Bull. When I say even Bull could throw really, really hard. But I think even now we'd have a hard time because the football weighs a lot more than the baseball or softball now. I think we'd have a hard time with the speed of it. Even if he was wide open, in our mind, we'd throw it as hard as we could. Even if we threw a perfect spiral, zipped it as good as we could, that defensive back is so fast, they're going to break it up or they're going to pick it
off.
And
that's the other thing is that would you even have time to release the ball?
Yeah.
I don't, again, because we're not Patrick Mahomes. We're not the guys that know this is where it's going, bam, or on the other hand, I've got to kill this many seconds. They've got that clock in there to give even Tyreek Hill time enough to get down the field to get it to him.
Right.
You can't, it's not just an instantaneous, he's there, go. It's I know where he's going. I know how long it's going to take him to get there. I got to do a little sidestep shuffle, then boom, then let it go. We don't have that in our heads. We watch him do, and it just looks like drop back, throw the pass to him. But when you watch Hard Knocks or whatever, you realize what's going through their minds and all the strategy that goes into it.
Yes, and that's the part when people get mad. Oh, well, they're playing a game for millions of dollars. Bubba, you don't know how much work these people are actually putting in. Now, it's a game, but they're working. They're sweating way more than we are, unless you work construction outside stuff like that.
And there may have been a time, I believe, back maybe when my dad was a kid, it was a little more simple, but it's gotten so advanced now. Just the calls alone, where the quarterback, if he's making an audible, and it's like all these wild, and every little thing is telling each person what they have to do.
Yeah.
So they've already been told what to do, and then all of a sudden, their quarterback's changing that and throwing these weird
Spider 2.
Oh yeah, Spider 3.
Spider 2 wild banana.
And you've got to know what that means and adjust before the play clock runs out.
Yeah, 40 seconds.
And it's just so much more complicated now.
Have you seen some of Sean Payton's play calls?
Yep.
Dude, they are. I would tell that dude to go somewhere. Like you won one Super Bowl. All right, you ain't done crap since. Don't be telling me all these long. No, tell me who am I throwing it to?
Yeah.
Get to the point, Sean.
You run, I'll throw.
All right. Do you think an average dude could make a NBA three-pointer in a game, in a live game, being guarded, setting screens, running around? Do you think they could make a three-pointer?
No, I don't. I think there's a little luck involved. But the average dude, even the shortest guy in the NBA towers over there. I don't know if the average guy can get it over an NBA player.
Because what's the average height in America? 5'9", 5'8", 5'9", something like that?
Yeah.
All right, so you got just a handful of players that are 5'9", and I mean probably a handful. I can't name any off the top of my head.
And they're probably not going to be on the court when they put your butt out there.
No. And if they are, they can jump 4 times higher than you can. So your little jump shot is not going to go over them. So you say no on the three-pointer?
No.
I say guarded, no. Unguarded, yes.
I think that I still think the pitch is the most impossible one.
Yes.
But no, I still say no.
Yeah, I say no. Now, here's some that I'm kind of torn on because it's a different dynamic. Like golf. An average Joe could go out there and accidentally hit a hole-in-one. Because people do it all the time. Eli and Richie did it in a scramble. Eli gets credit for it because they were teammates in the scramble. But
I was there for the aftermath of that.
Oh, God, me too.
I've heard the story 10 times.
You heard the story 10 times that night.
Yeah. In the first hour, I got to Common John.
Exactly. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that.
I walked in and Angie Haggard said, "Your friend has had a little too much to drink." And for some reason, I was thinking it was you. And I said, "Uh-oh." I said, "Travis?" And she goes, "No, Eli." And I was like, "Really?"
Yeah. And he had a hole in one.
Yep.
Hey, partner's my partner. So I think golf. I think an average Joe had a better shot at parring a par 4 than anybody hitting a pitch in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, I believe that. And especially, I mean, and I think probably John Daly probably gave all of us beer-gutted golf players a little more hope for that, because that guy literally kind of just came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
He's just a cigarette-smoking, beer-drinking, chicken-wing-eating guy, and boom, shows up and
Grip it and rip it.
Yeah, and so yes, I believe there's probably those guys out there that can hit the long ball, and little luck, wind blow just right, they can do that.
This one I think is just as hard as Major League, but it's a really different dynamic as well. But ice hockey, I don't think there's any way anybody could do one shift. Now, their shifts last between 30, 45 seconds to a minute and a half tops. I don't think an average Joe could last a shift, let alone pass the puck accurately or have a shot on goal. I just don't.
No, I don't think, at least our average Joes around here, I don't think we can even make it on the ice.
No, absolutely not. No.
Maybe the kids that are in Nashville. I've got my buddy Curry. Now they have some hockey leagues and stuff where
Right.
they're trying, because the Predators trying to get them started, early. But no, I don't think at least the Tennessee average Joes, we wouldn't even make it on the ice.
No, maybe some average Joes from like Canada or Minnesota or Michigan or something. But that there's just so much in hockey is you got to skate, you got to head on a swivel constantly, and then you got to get this little bitty puck, a little bit bigger than an average size egg, and pass it. Like
You don't just have to skate; you got to skate backwards. While guys are trying to slam into you.
Yes.
And they can hit you, like punch you.
Really hard.
There's not.
No. Another one, and I think you'll speak to this more than me or anybody else that's been on the show. Tennis. Do you think anyone could get a point in tennis?
Professional tennis, no.
Yeah. I've never played tennis per se. I've hit a tennis ball. It is not as easy as one thing. You can hit a tennis ball, but to hit it accurately across the net in a competitive fashion is not an easy thing to do.
And it's like everything else. It's progressed to the point. And if you, again, it's like, watching on TV versus seeing. I've seen semi-professional tennis live. Again, that doesn't, the speed that those guys and gals are hitting the ball, it doesn't do it justice. I mean,
Right.
you can't. I don't know how the person on the other side of the net sees the ball, because it's so hard and so fast. And no. So to get a point, if it's a professional on the other side, the way even guys that I knew that were really good in high school and even college, they do not have an unreturnable serve like those professionals do. And hitting and returning a serve on those guys, no, we're not.
I mean, those serves are over 100 miles an hour. The little bitty yellow ball made out of rubber and got some fur on it. That thing's coming at you at 100+ miles an hour.
And if you see how far back, they're like Matrix. How
Yes.
Neo's dodging bullets. That's how far back those guys are getting to get all that power. And no, the answer is no.
I don't think so either. I don't. And last one, and Denny Hamlin talked about this, and I semi-agree with him a little bit on it. Driving on a NASCAR race car, winning a pole at, say, Talladega, Daytona, doing 200 miles an hour in a stock car.
No.
I don't think so either. It takes cojones this big to hold that car at 180 on her into the turn I think you could turn a lap. I've done it at Nashville.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think there are guys out there that could probably stay on the track possibly for a little bit, but to win a pole, no.
Yeah,
No.
I don't even think they can complete a lap in a race.
Yeah.
There's no possible way. There's no way. The point of us going through that, because I've always really wondered about that, because, you know, like I coach couch, you know, or couch coach, yeah, whatever. That just kind of show you the kind of athlete that I show speed is like, yeah, he can run as fast as NFL players, and he probably could get a yard, where Bradley and I probably not going to get a yard.
I wouldn't get out of the backfield. I wouldn't get on the field because I'm not dumb.
Yeah, not either.
That's kind of like, would you take a punch from Mike? Would you take a punch from Mike Tyson for $1 million? It's like, no, because I want to live.
Yes,
I mean,
exactly.
even Mike Tyson today, if he hit me as hard as he could, I'd be a vegetable. I'm not. I can't enjoy $1 million with my skull split wide.
Absolutely not. And you know, take it in those sports. Boxing, we get our bell rung.
Oh yeah.
UFC, you would have broken appendages, several of them. Even, you know, pro wrestling. I didn't run the ropes when I wrestled. Those things will eat you alive. If you don't know how to do it, you'll hit it. You'll go through the top rope and fall out and break your neck.
Yep.
Or it'll hit you and you'll fall flat on your face. I don't think average Joe could stand in the wrestling ring and take a body slam or what I did, but I had to practice.
Well, I was going to say it again. I mean, it's fun. I don't even know how me and Mom, how wrestling came up. I was talking to my mother of all people. But, you know, what people don't think about is, yes, wrestling's fake. But just to look at your best friend. I'm looking at you. You're looking at me. The talent that it would take for me to jump from any type of distance, fly through the air, for you to catch me, both of us to fall down and not hurt ourselves, and make it look like I jumped on you to attack you. You know,
just
all
killed
of that.
me.
But those guys, the strength and just everything that is involved in them putting on that performance and not hurting themselves more than they do.
Mm-hmm.
You've got a smidge of experience, and I'm at least smart enough to know that what goes into it. If I jumped off this table right now onto you, we'd both have to stop the show, and there's a chance we'd be calling an ambulance.
Guaranteed.
Yeah, and those guys do that every night. I mean, that's just the difference between professional
Yes.
and you and I
Everyday
watching
Joes.
it our entire life.
Yeah, baby, we couldn't jump in there like old Dusty Rhodes and get fucking like a monkey on nobody. You hear me?
But I've told my kids that. Even when I'm cussing the Titans, I told them, I said, and I said, God, they suck. And I said, yeah, they're bad. And one of them made the comment, I bet you that the high school team could beat them. And I was like, no, guys, I said, I'm going to be honest with you. I said, even the very worst player on the Titans team is still better than 99.9% of all other football players in the world.
Yeah.
That's how good they are. Their worst player could smoke somebody on the University of Tennessee.
Yes,
There you go.
absolutely could. That's why
Yeah.
Brian Scalabrine that played for the Boston Celtics. Somebody was trash. He was commenting on a basketball game one night, and the fans started trash talking to him. And he was like, "Look," he said, "think about it like this." He's like, "I played in the league. I know more basketball. You know, blah blah blah." And the dude's like, "Oh, I could beat you 1-on-1." He said, "Let me put it this way. I'm closer to LeBron than you are to me."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "So, where does that put you?"
Yep.
And I was like, "Wow," because Scalabrine, man, he was a post player, and he was good. I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
he wouldn't have played on the Boston Celtics. You know what I mean? He wouldn't have played for any team. But if you get told, I'm closer to LeBron than you are to me, God dang, boy, that stings right
Yep.
there. That's when you're like, yeah, you right.
But it's the truth. I mean,
It
even
is,
the
100%.
the worst, the worst professional athlete in their sport is still light years better than
100.
any kid in college.
100.
Not, there may be that one. Like, oh, well, what about so and so? The pitcher for such like he'll play in the minor leagues for 3 or 4 more years before he gets the call up.
Oh yeah.
And he may not work there. 'Cause
No.
he's pitching against guys in college, not the top 1% of the top 1% of the top 1%.
Yeah.
Not every game he goes against, everybody he's throwing to doesn't touch just about everybody in Major League Baseball.
Exactly.
Or, same with football, everything. These guys are the best of the best of the best.
Well, I saw a crazy stat before we go to break here. Smallest Major League Baseball stadium. This is how hard it is to make it to Major League Baseball. The smallest Major League Baseball stadium is Cleveland. Holds like 40,000, whatever. Pick a number. If you took every single person that's ever played in Major League Baseball, not minor leagues, Major League Baseball at the professional level, just even a game, you could not fill up that stadium.
Fill up the stadium.
It's like you'd fill up, there'd be like 30,000 seats left or 20,000, whatever, some number. Just pick a number. But that just kind of gives you the perspective of you couldn't fill the smallest stadium up of Major League Baseball with the people that have played the game.
Yep.
That's let you know how far, like, that's how good these do. Like what you just said, that's how good they are.
Well, that's why, like, there's only one movie called The Rookie about an everyday Joe getting to play a couple years in Major League Baseball. There's only one movie called Invincible about an average guy walking on and playing for the Philadelphia Eagles. If there was a chance any of us could do it, those movies wouldn't be made because it was a regular occurrence.
Yes.
They've only made 2.
Yes.
So, it's not.
Exactly.
That's how rare it is for just a guy
Yes.
to be able to make it.
100%.
And they don't make it long.
No, absolutely
that's
not.
the thing is, but what's his name from Invincible? When he played 2 seasons on special teams.
Special teams.
And that was it.
Right.
And, so that's how rare it is.
100%. All right, man, good stuff. All right, we'll take a break. We come back. We're going to we're just piling on people tonight is what we're doing. Should have done this pile on show.
There's a lot of people that suck.
Man, we just, it just, hey, it's my platform where I can say what I want, and I just want to pile on people tonight, in a comedic way, if you will. We're going to talk about the WNBA commission being stupid. Then we'll have a Common John update. We got music of the week. We'll have lunchtime theater for you, and I got some burning questions for Bradley. You're listening to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck. Coop, coop. Yeah, I know. Oh, sweet.
If you need me and you want to do it early, just check with me.
Yeah.
And, if it been, like I said, if it been next Thursday,
Wide open.
4 o'clock on, I'm free.
Yeah, we start most time around 5. Well, it's like
Yeah.
5:15. So I'll come home at lunch, run the cable, try to get everything set up, and then by the time we get here and get settled, it's like 5:15, and we
Yeah,
hit it.
yeah, shoot, man. Like I said, every other Thursday. And man, if it hadn't have been for this thing tonight, I'd have just not gone.
Yeah.
Especially if it's just you by yourself.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. All right, guys, welcome back to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck, episode 391. That's Bradley Ramsey. That's me, the Travis Reed. Tooth on assignment with his anniversary this week. Congratulations to him and his beautiful bride, Kim. Hope they have a great weekend together. All right, so WNBA, since last year, has gained some popularity for sure because of one person, Caitlin Clark. And her arch nemesis, I believe, has had a little bit to do with it, Angel Reese. Mm-hmm. Now you got Sophie Cunningham, what's her name, Aja Wilson. Mm-hmm. Then the girl in New York, the tall one, I can never remember her name. I'm sorry if she's watching. She's not really watching ever. It's fine. But I think not just Caitlin has a lot to do with it, but I think those other guys, they're getting seen because of Caitlin.
Yeah, and I know who they are because of Caitlin Clark, but I am intrigued by them just as much as her. But I wouldn't know who they were if it wasn't because of her.
Right. So we can assume that this popularity is because of Caitlin, kind of like the NBA when they had their resurgence back in late 80s. Well, a lot was due to Michael. Mm-hmm. Of course, Magic and Bird helped tremendously. Yep. But some people, knew who Magic and Bird was, depending on their age, because of Michael. Yep. Some people knew who Michael was, depending on their age, because of Magic and Bird. So, the commissioner of the WNBA, Kathy Engelbert, stupid last name, she apparently had a conversation with Napheesa Collier of the Minnesota Lynx, and her comment to Collier was, players should be on their knees thanking their lucky stars for the media rights deal that she got them. And pretty much saying Caitlin Clark is where she's at. She's lucky to have all her off the court endorsements, because she wouldn't be anything if it wasn't for, she wouldn't have them if it wasn't for the NBA. Mm-hmm. She was a millionaire at Iowa.
Yep.
She had $2-3 million deal with whatever before she went. So this lady,
and I believe that before, let's say, she had a career-ending injury in the last college game she ever played, she'd still be making money just on who she was from college. That name alone from college, kind of like Tim Tebow, had he not gone to the NFL, would still be, you'd see him in commercials, he'd be making cameos in movies, he'd be doing public speaking. Yes. And Caitlin Clark, I think, kind of transcended him.
Yeah.
And so, the WNBA for sure has continued probably her money making longer, but she'd been doing all right had she not even gone to the WNBA.
Yeah. So your ego is so big because you're the commissioner of the WNBA that you're going to blast all these players that they should be on their hands and knees thanking their lucky stars.
For me.
Yeah. No, honey, you should be on your knees thanking your lucky stars that you've got this crop of talent in the WNBA right now, or half the people that are watching would not be watching.
And I guess I'm confused by why you wouldn't embrace that. And and I know that some folks get a little upset that Caitlin Clark gets so much attention. You don't have to but get over and say, hey, look at these young players that we've got, these talented young women, and list them all. List the ones that you just listed, and go, hey, they are elevating our game to new heights. Then behind the scenes, you think, hey, I'm doing all these great, but get out there and shine the spotlight, because nobody's tuning in to see the commissioner. They're tuning in to see these ladies and promote them.
Yes.
And then behind the scenes, if you're making all these big deals, you're getting paid for it.
Yeah.
And hey, when you retire, say, hey, you can write a tell-all book and say, look, the WNBA wouldn't be where it is today if it hadn't been for me. That's fine.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. But I'm pretty in tune to sports. I have been my whole life. tell you that I got asked a trivia question yesterday at work. There's been two 99-yard rushes in football, and he gave me the first answer. He's like, "Who's the second?" I was like, "Oh, Tony Dorsett." Man, I didn't think you get that. So I'm pretty in tune with sports, even going back then. And this was back when he was with the Cowboys. This was like early 80s. So I say that to say this. I didn't know that lady's name till today or yesterday.
Nope.
No clue.
I'll tell you what, and it's not because I'm sexist, but I never had any interest whatsoever in tuning in to the WNBA. Reading an article that headline inferred that this article was about to be about the WNBA until Caitlin Clark went to the WNBA.
Okay.
And then once she went in there, her arch nemesis, if I see her name in a title or I see a video on Outkick the Coverage or on YouTube, it's like, oh, what'd she do this time? Oh, what kind of trash is she talking?
Yes.
But I never had any interest. I would have glossed over that. It's like, tell me what Cam Ward said. Is Dak Prescott going to be able to play this weekend? And should I be excited if he can't? Because maybe they'll do good. But anyway, the whole thing is, the average sports fan is tuning into the WNBA now when they would just 2 years ago would have had zero interest, would have forgotten that it existed half the time.
Absolutely would have. And that's the thing. I don't understand why they don't lean into it.
I don't either. That's where I get confused. I don't understand. And even if you don't even have to make the rivalries and the good guy and the bad guy, and play into that.
Yes.
Do that. Get
it. They made it themselves.
Yeah,
Angel Reese came in on a black horse with the black outfit. The woman in black, she's the bad guy. Caitlin Clark is the good.
It's like the Pistons and the Bulls.
Yes.
You either loved the Pistons or you hated them because they were so awful and mean and dirty.
Yes.
But by golly, you watched them because you wanted to see how awful and mean and dirty they were going to be.
Right, because you saw what they did a couple. Well, okay, they just beat my favorite team up.
Yep.
Then you check the TV listings a couple days later. Oh, the Pistons are playing somebody that's not my favorite team, but I'm going to watch it. I'm going to see what they going to do.
And then when they played the Bulls, again, that's the casual fan knew. It's like, whoa, man, it's playoffs. It's the Pistons and the Bulls. I'm going to watch this.
Yes.
And outside of Jordan, they may not even know, but they knew, man, the bad boys from Detroit are playing the Chicago Bulls.
Yes.
And, man, you want to see that. And then, again, it's one of those things where if you're just the casual fan or the stuff like that gets the person that's not even really a sports fan going,
right.
Man, I've heard about this. I got to check this out.
Yep. Couldn't have said it better myself. We're done now. We can just leave because Bradley said exactly what was in my head. And I say that because that's how 75% of the WNBA casual fans think. That's exactly how they're thinking. Like, why is Kathy Engelbert even having a private conversation with the players saying this?
Yeah, and we talked about the leadership with the Titans. That's bad leadership because even if she thinks it, her job is to promote the WNBA. That's her job. So even if she's doing all these great things, if she thinks she is, or if she is, she's just doing her job.
Yes.
But that's her job. And so no one should be thanking her because I don't know what she gets paid, but I guarantee she gets paid more than you and I make combined.
Guaranteed.
And so if she is doing all these things, well, that's what you get paid for.
Yeah.
That you're just doing your job.
I do not understand.
And you don't say it out loud.
No.
Because basically what she's doing is belittling. It all goes back to the people out there doing the work. Playing the games, going to practice, getting hurt to do it, And yes, they're getting paid too. And even a WNBA player makes more than what I make. I've seen some of these contracts and their endorsements, and they don't get paid as much as the men. I get it. That's a conversation for another day. But they're still doing okay.
Yes.
But they're putting in the work, and your job is to support those ladies and to promote those ladies and the game they play. And then behind the scenes, if you think you're the greatest commissioner the WNBA's ever had, you wait till you're retired and you write that book,
Mm-hmm.
or you do that interview.
I agree 100%. Like it baffled because when I saw it, I'm like, yeah, whatever. And then I'm gonna read that. I read it. I'm like, you ignorant, stupid lady. Why would you say that?
Things I don't want to tell you how crazy this is and how crazy some other things. I agree. I've been agreeing with Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, well, man, this is like the third thing he said that I agree with him on.
Yeah. The only other thing y'all ever agreed on is he's a Cowboy fan, and so are you. That's like it. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Like,
Yep.
he torched her. Scott Van Pelt torched her. I'm like, leave it alone, because you got Angel Reese, who is doing the perfect villain for Caitlin Clark, and she's the hero. And you're like, this is working out perfect, because when those two play, it's cinema, man. You don't even have to write it. You don't have to tell. You just go play. Here, we'll schedule this game. Y'all go do it.
Yep.
Keep your mouth shut and watch them. Cash your check at the end of the day. That's it.
And then when Angel Reese makes her snide comments or whatever, go, oh yeah.
Yep.
And then when Caitlin Clark smiles and plays it off, you go, oh, this is perfect.
Yep.
This is great. You just sit back and cha-ching.
Yep. But on the other hand, I guess you look this way. We're talking about Kathy Engelbert now.
Yeah, this is true.
Maybe, I don't know. I wish we weren't, but I just think it's ludicrous, baby.
Yeah, there's so much going on in the world that I don't understand. But that stuff like that, that's again goes back to, she's got a job to do. She's doing it. No one should be thanking their lucky stars that she's doing her job.
Agree 100%. You should thank your lucky stars that you got Angel Reese, that you got Caitlin Clark, that you got Fisha Collins, or Collier, excuse me. You should thank your lucky stars you got them. Like, just shut your mouth and let them do their thing.
Who's the really attractive blonde that plays with Caitlin Clark?
I think it's Sophie Cunningham. Is that her
That's
name?
it. That's the one.
Yeah, I think that's her name.
I wouldn't know who Sophie Cunningham was if it wasn't for Caitlin Clark, but I'm really glad Caitlin Clark introduced me to her.
That's nice of her.
I like her.
Hey, well,
She's a pretty good ball player, too.
she's a really good. She's a very good ball player. There's a couple out in Phoenix. They've got a couple really good players as well. I get Sophie Cunningham, and there's a player for Phoenix. I can't remember her name. I get them confused. She's blonde as well. Same build, same almost similar style play. I can't remember. I think she went to like Ohio State or something. Very good player though. Very good. So, and I wouldn't know any of this if it. I mean, I did watch a little bit of WNBA, like Rebecca Lobo, Lisa Leslie, Candace Parker. You know, when they played.
Yeah, there's several of the University of Tennessee women that played, and if I happen to catch, I won't lie, I keep up with local sports or 104.5 The Zone, so I knew what teams they played for, and if I happen to be like, oh yeah, I think that's where Caitlin Clark played, or Caitlin Clark. So there we go.
Yeah, see?
But it's like I'd stop and watch, but
Yeah.
I didn't go, oh, tonight I've got to watch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Now we're going tonight. Well, you just see the Fever logo,
Yep.
or the Chicago logo, and you're like, oh, Angel Reese is playing. Well, she's not playing Caitlin. Well, let's see what she does
like,
anyway.
She's going to do something interesting regardless.
So you want to? These group of women are making it must-see TV, and that's what the WNBA needs, because they're getting their butts kicked. They've lost money every year. They've been around for 25 years. They lost money every single year. The girls, they want to get paid, but you got to put butts in seats. Well, hey, Commissioner Engelbert, shut your mouth. Angel and Caitlin are putting butts in seats. Be quiet. It's frustrating, man. I mean, not everybody has an ego, but her ego, like, she needs to tone that down a little bit, hon. Come on, baby girl.
Was it Bill Burr said that the only safe public gathering you could go to during COVID was a WNBA game, because there was way more than 6 feet separating one of the patrons from the other.
Oh, Bill Burr. Oh, it's great. All right, guys, take another break. We come back. We got your Common John update. A lot of stuff fixing to be going on at Common John here in this fall time of the year. We'll have some lunchtime theater music a week, a little bit of Travis talk, and some questions for old Mr. Ramsey. You're listening to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck. All right, guys, welcome back to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Doug, episode 391. Bradley Ramsey, me, the Travis Reed. We're hanging out. We are crapping on folks today in the sports world because we can, and it's fun. And if people would just listen to Bradley and myself, the world would be a much better place. You ever thought about that?
Yeah.
I'm like, man, just do what I do, and it's fine. Just drive like I drive, and you'll be fine.
Yep.
I won't get mad at you if you drive like I drive. Why don't they listen?
Man, I just turned 49 this week, and I've still not figured that part out.
Yeah, what was
Why
your
don't
birthday the other
everybody
day?
listen to me?
Yeah. Dang, 49. 49?
49, yes, sir.
Bro, I remember getting excited when you turned 21. We're like, yeah, baby.
Yep, 49. It's I've still got the mentality of that 21-year-old.
Yes.
I don't feel like I should be this old. I mean, I feel fine.
Right.
49 is not as old as I once thought it was. I'll say this: I can still go and do, and so until I can't go and do, and my body really ain't breaking down on me yet. Knock on wood.
Oh, mine's done.
I'll tell you, I've got when I exercise or when I just get out and play with the kids, I'm definitely more sore than I should be, but I can still do it.
Yes.
That's the thing. I can still do it.
I went, I dropped the kids off the gym the other day, and I followed them in, and they went to the basketball court. Braylon's, he's a very good basketball player. There's a ball on the ground, so I pick it up, and I dribble it, and he's like, okay, be careful, you hurt yourself, old man. Went behind the 3-point line, nailed it. First shot, cold.
Yeah.
I was like, and his face was like, of course, then we get home, I said, Braylon, tell your mama what I did. He's like, Travis shot a shot, and it was an air ball. It was so embarrassing. I'm like, you little jerk. So then I was off Monday. So Megan's like, hey, let's go to the gym. I'm like, all right. So we went and worked out a little bit. I did a little bench press, some triceps. We walked a few laps. I said, hey, let's go down here on the basketball court. Let's shoot a couple shots. Because Megan played basketball. She coached basketball. National champion in there, coach. And she's like, all right. So I get out there. Same spot. Grab the ball. First shot. Right in. She's like, oh, ho, ho. I was like, see, I told you.
Yep.
I hit a couple shots. So, Bradley, I say all that to say this. Let me tell you the next morning, son, I hurt from head to toe.
The only I tell
Oh, my God.
I tell everybody the only difference between 19 and 49 right now is that I could go and do a lot of the same things that I could do at 19. But when I was 19, after I did that thing, I could go drink beer and hang out, go do something else, stay out till 2 or 3 in the morning. Now I can still do it. But once I'm done, I'm done.
You're done.
The day is over.
Period.
Don't ask me to go anywhere else. I will be in my recliner.
Period. Done. Dude, my triceps are starting.
Yep.
My chest, I was like, God dang, man. But anyway, it was. I had a good time. It was fun. I only benched like 205. I didn't go crazy. And I was like, if I try anymore, I'm probably going to pull something. And I didn't have a spotter. I was like, ego got in the way.
Yep.
And that's why I'm so sore, because I'm like, oh, yeah, I can do this. I ain't worked out in 5 years, but it'll be fine. It, in fact, was not fine. Not fine at all.
Supposed to ease into it,
Yeah, I'm
which
stupid.
is hard.
I'm stupid, Bradley. All right, guys. Common John got a lot of stuff going on. Friday night, October the 10th. Got a free concert for you. The Cold Stairs, courtesy of our friends at Exodus Pest Solutions. They are sponsoring this great free show for you guys. Check out the little video on Common John's Facebook page. I think you're going to like the music, man. It's a pretty good song they got on there. That's the Cold Stairs. That is Friday night the 10th. On Saturday, the 11th of October, we got the Late Bloomers coming in, also a free show. Y'all go check it out. And I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure that these will probably be outside because it's a full band. So and these outside shows, guys, are going to start going away because it's getting to the colder months and they shut the outside stage down. So if you want to go listen to some music there at Common John Brewing Company, you might want to start hitting them up pretty quick. So y'all get after that. October 17th, my birthday. I'll be 47 to your 49. Band called Animal Control will be playing. October 25th is the Haunt and Hops Marathon. Bradley, you going to participate in Haunt and Hops?
I don't.
6.4K?
I don't. I saw that, and I don't know.
Because you run on purpose.
I do. I got to look at my calendar because I saw that, but I'm wanting to say that that's going to conflict with a soccer game.
Gotcha.
I believe that is correct.
Okay, so
And not just a local soccer game either. I think I
those
got
are
to go
away
out of town
game
for that.
Gotcha. So that's October 25th. Megan, they've called her, and she's one of the motivators that sit on the side of the road and with the megaphone and hollers at people to keep going. You can do it. Blah blah blah. So she's fired up about that. Also, November 1st, Noah that works there at the mess hall there in Common John Brewing Company. His birthday bash is a free metal and punk show.
Oh, sweet.
Got a couple bands, 4 of them, looks like. Rotten Luck, Wound Tower, The Tan, and Torsion. Noah is a big heavy metal guy. He loves
it the
heavy
Tan
metal.
or Thetan?
I don't know.
I think it's Thetan because
Thetan?
that's Thetan is ringing a bell, and there's something about I have to look it up, but I believe that's what it is.
You're probably right.
I don't think it's the Tan.
The Tan?
Yeah.
Yeah. I will tell you a little secret. When I typed that out, I told myself that's probably Thetan, not the Tan.
Or that's ringing a bell. I have to look it up, but that means something.
So
or it's some kind of evil creature from a science fiction movie. There's something behind that.
So I typed it out meaning to say that, knowing I'm going to say that wrong.
Yeah, but that's why you have me here.
That's why I got you. Yes. Thank goodness. Or I would have probably, because see, Wound Tower, I couldn't, their logo is real spiky and stuff, and I was like, what's that say? And I'm getting old and I need glasses. So I got my insurance. I can go to the eye doctor now.
They got like those death metal names where it's just like it looks like a bunch of spider webs and thorns.
Yeah.
And it's like,
what's that
I don't
say?
know what that is.
Yeah. But Noah is a huge heavy metal fan, so y'all go check it out. It's also his birthday, so his birthday bash. Buy him plenty of beers, let him have a good time. Noah works his little hind end off there in the mess hall, creating. Have you seen some of the food that they got coming out now, Bradley?
Yep.
My goodness, man.
Yeah, Mom and I, we went up and we've had Sunday lunch. We go up there for lunch on Sundays quite a bit here in the past.
Man, they got some good. And I had the Great Balls of Fire, the meatball sandwich, buddy. That thing, it was messy. But if you get a meatball sandwich and it's not messy, then you got ripped. Okay, because I've had them where they didn't get messy and it didn't fall, like sauce didn't fall off the bread. I'm done with it. I'm like, I'll finish eating it because I'm fat, but I'm not going to enjoy it.
My mom still swears by the Reuben. She says that's one of the best, one of the best that she's had. And I'm a pizza guy, so as long as they keep pizza in the Reuben, they hide the Ramses.
Man, you can't go wrong with their pizza. It's such, and me and Jeff Baldwin talking one day. It's such a simple, like, recipe for pizza, and it's so freaking good. Like,
and it's the right size.
Yes. I made a mistake one night. Got one, had a couple beers. Man, I'm still hungry. I got another one. Bubba, I was sick because I didn't get sick, but I felt like trash. I'm like, that was way too much pizza.
Yep.
Even with me, my 240-pound butt, one pizza is enough to fill me up. But no, I was like, I'm going to get another pizza. Man, you idiot. You knew better than that. But man, they got some really good food options. Had really good food options before. Got even more for you now. We went to the midget wrestling there, the micro wrestling Sunday night, me and Cohen.
Tell them they got to have it on a night when I don't have my kids, or when I have my kids but they don't have school the next day.
Yes.
One or the other, because that's the problem. Both times they've had the micro wrestling, I've had my kids and it's been on a school
night.
Yep.
Well, they were going to have it on the 23rd. It rained. So they had to cancel it and reschedule it for Sunday.
Yep.
Both school nights wouldn't have done any good for you. But they run shows in Pigeon Forge like Wednesday through Saturday, I believe.
Yeah.
So they can't get down here to do it like on a weekend night or something like that. Bubba, we had the best time. I mean, the absolute best time. I got to tell a story on my little homie Cohen. He's all into wrestling now. And now Hope's getting all the way back in it. I got an HBK shirt in there. She's stuck on HBK right now. I've got to hide that from her, or she's going to steal it.
Man, it's going to be ruined.
Oh, yeah. Just like she stole every Metallica shirt I have, but the Detroit one. She even has the Guns N' Roses Metallica one. Yeah, I've lost it all. Anyway, so we walk up, we tell Cohen, hey, buddy, look, We're going to watch micro wrestling. These guys are short. Okay? Don't say anything. Okay. We get there, we get our armbands because we got ringside. We were highfalutin, baby. Cohen, they put the wristband on Cohen, and he goes, man, look at that, I'm taller than you. I said, Cohen. I said, dude, stop. Well, I am Reed. He calls me Reed.
Yeah.
I am Reed. Look, I'm taller than that guy. And I'm like, oh, Cohen. I just spun him around, pushed him on. Let's go, buddy. Then he takes like 3 steps. Isn't that weird, Reed? I'm taller than every one of them. Cohen, stop, dude. We just told you not to say that.
Yeah, you gotta love kids. And you know those guys. That's not
They're
first,
used.
yeah.
They're
Especially
used to it.
kids.
But man, they put on a fantastic show.
I told some of the ladies I work with that both times they would advertise that. But check this out. I was like, you guys should go. I said, if you've not been to any wrestling event, you're missing out. I said, but those guys, I said, you will be surprised at how much you'll enjoy it.
Oh,
I said, you will have a great time.
Absolutely, I agree 100%, man. They put on a show. It was fun, great crowd, even for the rain out. Rescheduling a Sunday, and we were home at 8:00. I say 10 after 8.
Yeah.
It started a little late, It still ended right around 8:00. Took us just a few minutes to get out of the parking lot because they had school the next day too. And Cohen goes to bed about 7:30, 8:00. So he come home, put nights on it, to the bed he went. So keep that in mind. I don't know what time your kids go to bed, but Cohen got to go to bed early, and Hope, she likes to go to bed early too. Because we'll stay up watch a movie, and halfway through it, she's like, I can't do it. I'm going to bed. Yeah, I'm like, it's 9:00. I'm tired. Okay.
That is another thing that's come with 49 is especially if I'm home by myself, the sitting up and watching an entire movie. If I don't start it by 8:00,
No.
if I start anything at 9:00, there's a 50-50 chance I'm not going to finish it. And if it's 9:01,
No.
I don't even bother.
No, I'll sit there and I've sit there at 9:01 and like, well, I can't start this show. It's only 22 minutes long, but that's 9:20, 9:30. I need to take a shower. God, I'll be in bed. It'll be 10:15 before I'm in the bed. I'm not doing that, and I'll just sit there like, well, it's too early to go to bed. I'll sit there for like 15 minutes. No, it's perfect time to go to bed.
I love it when Netflix or Hulu or one of them has got like one of those 80s or early 90s movies that I've seen 1,000 times where I'm still kind of awake and I don't want to just shut everything down and go to sleep. So I was like, ooh, they got Lethal Weapon. I can fall asleep at any point. I can watch this until I fall asleep and I've missed nothing. And I hope there's, God forbid, Point Break's on because that'll just stay on.
See, I have seen Point Break 8 million times, like Tombstone. I can't fall. I have to watch the whole thing because I'm like, oh, here comes that part.
Yep.
Oh, here comes, hey, you talking me too. And I'm like, oh, there, and I'm fired up. But, yeah, I digress. So, guys, Common John Brewing Company, 210 Woodbury Highway here at Manchester, Tennessee. Every Wednesday night we got Singo. Every Thursday night you got Karaoke by Sugar Shane and Back Porch Productions. Friday and Saturday night we got music. They have wine now. They have liquor now. So if beer's not your thing, you got other options. If alcohol's not your thing, you still got other options. You don't have to drink. He don't drink.
They got a great selection of non-alcoholic beer. I'm a fan of I still like a cold beer. And yeah, they got plenty of non-alcoholic beer or water, Coke, whatever.
Yeah.
They just ask a Christian, say, hey man, I can't do the alcohol, but what you got for me? And he always surprises me with something that's not water or a soft drink.
Yeah, so there's plenty of options, and they got food galore now. So, and a great staff, great people down there. And congratulations to Christian, him and his wonderful bride becoming parents.
Absolutely, that's awesome.
That is so great,
happy
man.
for them.
Yes, absolutely ecstatic. They'll be great parents. All right, guys, take a break. We come back. We got Lunchtime Theater, Music of the Week. We'll have a little bit of Travis talk and some burning questions for Bradley. Then we'll find out what we have learned. You're listening to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck. Ooh, I got to cut a segment short somehow. We went over on the first two by 5, so that's 10. All right, we can get it done. All right, guys, welcome back to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck. That's episode 391. That's Bradley Ramsey. I'm the Travis Reed. It's now time for Lunchtime Theater. We were talking a little bit before the show. I started the Cowboys documentary several weeks ago. Got off of it a little bit. Now back on it. I had a few hours this week to watch a couple episodes. It's great. It is a crap show. It brings back a lot of memories for me because I remember when Jimmy Johnson got fired, and I'm like, oh my God, what happened? I remember when they signed Deion. I love Deion, but I was already mad because Deion played for the Niners. And then I was mad because he started playing for the Cowboys. I'm like, can he play for a team that I don't dislike, please? But I remember all that. Remember the games. Remember Troy getting the concussion. I remember Jerry Jones, it just being, him and his Dallas Cowboys, just being just a circus.
Yep.
And, dude, it's good. It's really good. Cowboy fan. I'm not a Cowboys fan at all. I respect Michael Irvin. I respect Emmitt Smith, Troy Aikman, all those guys. They were wonderful players. Loved watching them play. Just didn't want them to win until they played the Bills because I really didn't like the Bills. But I loved it. What do you think about it?
I thought it was good. I was telling you earlier, I've got to look it up because I cannot remember the title of the book. It was Boys Will Be Boys.
Was it Skip Bayless that wrote it?
No.
Or was it Ed Werder? Or
no, it's called Boys Will Be Boys. Anyway, it was about basically the same period of time during the Cowboys dynasty and kind of the few seasons after that. And it went into graphic detail about the behind the scenes, locker room, nights out. It was the fact that those guys were as good as they were and doing. Now, I will say this, Troy Aikman was pretty much the guy that you thought he was. Still a good old country boy. He steered clear. He had his moments, but it was nothing like when you got Michael Irvin in the locker room. You ain't called. You go out and you go out and get you a DUI. Michael Irvin's going out. He's going, I'll watch this. No, buddy. But this reminded me of that. It was
Jeff Pearlman.
There you go.
Illustrated by Nancy Cartwright.
But that was the documentary is very similar to the book, and the book even goes into even more gorier details.
Right.
That it's a very interesting read, even if you're not a fan of the Cowboys. Same with the doc. If you're not a fan, you'll find it entertaining and just really unbelievable at how great. They had so many great players. I mean, Hall of Famers.
Yes, absolutely.
And just, what fame and fortune when you're already they probably behaved like you and I would have had we been world-class athletes and had a bunch of money thrown our way and everybody said, here's the keys to the kingdom. Do whatever you want because you're one of the greatest. You'll get away with it. It's very entertaining.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it so far. I think I still got 2 episodes left. And I was telling Tooth last week on the show, is like now is when I get so far behind on shows because football's going on, baseball playoffs are going on, and I love watching baseball playoffs. Love watching baseball, period. But then you got college football on Saturday. You got NFL. They're playing right now.
They're at least 3 nights a week.
Yeah, so you got Thursday. You got college on Saturday, NFL on Sunday, and then Monday.
Running out football.
And then, I've been doing the online racing thing with the Gran Turismo, so I got that. And then we got basketball coming up, and then we got the show once a week. And I'm like, man, I get so far behind on shows. It takes me a while to get caught up. So because there's a lot of good stuff coming up on Netflix. The Ed Gein Monster.
Jax Teller's played him, man. That's
dude.
I'm not a big, believe it or not, as much as I like horror, I'm not a big fan of like the true crime stuff. But I'm intrigued by this one because I just want to see. I want to see old Jax. I want to see him play that because he's almost unrecognizable.
Yes, I didn't know it was him. Saw a trailer like on X or something, and I saw it and I was like, "What is that, Charlie Hunnam?" Yeah, and I was like, "That is him."
Yep.
So yeah, it's very unrecognizable. I'm interested to see that. I think it's going to be great. We watched Unknown Caller, the teen catfish, the high school catfish.
Yep.
Let me tell you, did you watch it?
I mean, no, that's one of those that I started, and then life got, it had me intrigued, and then life got, busy, and I've not gone back and finished it.
You gonna be mad. You gonna be, I mean, mad. Oh my God, dude. I thought Megan was gonna go through the daggum screen. She was irritated because we were doing some work. We got the van cleaned up. We were fixing to start on cleaning out here and getting our stuff from her old house. And she got us some food, and I was like, well, let's start this while we eat, just a little background noise. And we both got roped into it, and like, nah, we'll finish working. We're done with this show. And boy, by the time her blood pressure was up, she had a headache. I'm telling you, Bubba, she was mad. She was mad. So you gonna be, hun, it's bad. Oh, golly.
Well, now I'm gonna have to put. I'm watching Task on HBO Max. I'm gonna have to push that to the side and go back and finish that now.
Just finish it.
Because I won't lie to you, I forgot about it until you brought it up. So I knew I'd started it, and when you said, I was like, yeah, I watched. No, I didn't finish that.
Now I finally finished the Charlie Sheen documentary. I thought that was fantastic.
Yep.
You feel bad for him, but you don't feel bad for him because he put himself in that position, and he kind of pretty much says that.
He took that. I will say he and Rob Lowe. Those are two guys that lived. Like went hard, and both of them paid for it. Charlie really torpedoed his career, and really, if you think back, people forget, but you know, Rob Lowe was one of the first ones to have a sex tape, and she turned out to be underage. And the fact that he's recovered, but to hear those guys talk about it, the way they talk about it, obviously they're like, you know, hey, I what I did I shouldn't have done. But I had a great time doing it.
Yes.
You know, they don't, which is what you want. Because, hey, man, everybody knows my past. You know, I had a drinking problem, but there ain't except for the right there at the very end, I had a blast.
Yeah.
It's like, you know,
good time.
Yeah.
A good time. And Charlie says it, you know, and there's a couple of revelations in it that I didn't know about it. And I was like, oh, wow, okay, he's on the other side of the menu. All right. I didn't know what it meant. And then they said it, and I was like, what did I miss? I had to rewind it.
Yeah.
How'd you know that's what he was talking about? Because I didn't know nothing. I was like, did I missed something again. I rewound it. I didn't miss anything. That was just code. And I'm with the guy. Okay, I understand now. I was not expecting it. But, you know, and he did everything to himself. And he, like I said, he kind of admits, you know, I did that. Yeah, not my proudest moment, but I did it. And it just kind of, you know, it's Charlie Sheen being Charlie Sheen telling, yeah, I did all this stuff, and I shouldn't have, but I did it, but, man, I had fun.
Yep.
I thought it was great. I thought it was. If you now you know what not to do when you get uber rich and famous. It's just watch that documentary. Got it.
Well, if there's anything that when you hear any of those guys talk about any of that stuff, you just realize, I'm glad I didn't try this because I know me, and I would have liked it, and I would have gone overboard just like they did. I mean, and for as much fun and out of hand as we all got, and there's still a lot that I left. There's still on the menu that I didn't sample, and I'm so glad I didn't because I know I would have liked it. I know me. I would have been like, heck yeah! Everybody's like, no, you do this. Like, yeah, I'll do it. Yeah. I want to do more of it.
Let's go. Yeah, that if you're like that, watch that show, and you probably won't want to do it. I thought it was great. I definitely.
Oh yeah, it was definitely. I was, because we've got to watch him implode live.
Oh yeah.
24/7. I mean, he went on tour.
Yeah.
It's like, watch me destroy everything that I've built up. Because this was a guy that had already had a second chance.
Yep.
When it became the highest paid guy on television after torpedoing his movie career, and then he just went went back for more. And he said, you know what? I've made it again. Let's not do it behind the scenes. Let's go on Howard Stern. Let's go on tour. I forgot about that. Let's go on tour in front of a live studio audience and just implode.
I completely forgot about that tour too. Completely. And then he started I was like, oh my gosh, he did do that. And then when he started doing like the Tiger's Blood and winning, I was like, all right, that's enough. I'm done with you. Just go back to being destructive. Stop saying all those stupid phrases. But I enjoyed it. But.
And you forget with all of that just how talented the guy is. I mean, what got me intrigued about that was a podcast he was on, and he went he was on Joe Rogan, and he's kind of told some stories and kind of the other side of the that came out on the podcast. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
But you also they got into his acting career, and you just forget how good that guy was. Kind of like Robert Downey Jr.
Yep.
You know, with all his problems, and thank goodness he's recovered as well. But even back when he was just smoking crack, you know, in a parking lot, the dude was just a phenomenal talent. And Charlie Sheen's the same way. I mean,
Yep.
the guy's just good.
Very good. And I mean, it's in his DNA and his genes, but you know, you still had to put the work in.
Yeah.
So it was. I enjoyed it for sure. So give that a shot. It's like a 2-episode deal, a couple hours. If you got to kill, hit those up. Now time for music of the week. Tooth has paid homage to the band he is seeing currently. He is watching. What's the name of the band again? I already forgot.
Good
Hey
Lord.
Nothing.
There you go.
A song called Too Drunk to Drive. He played it for me at work, and I'd actually already heard the song. I think he had showed me the song a while back, but he has added it to Tooth's Picks there on Spotify. There's 20 hours and 48 minutes of music on Tooth's Picks right now. 339 songs he has added to that list. Bubba, I know a lot of songs. I don't even think I know 339 songs. You probably do, but I
I
don't.
was gonna say, I believe we could do that.
Yeah.
It might take a minute, but
Yeah.
we could rattle some off.
But it's on there, so if you go to our website, everydayjoeshow.com, if you go to the left side of the screen, click on Two's Picks, boom, takes you right to Spotify. You can heart the list there if you have an account, and every time he uploads a song, you'll be notified. He usually does it before the weekend every week. Most of the time it's on a Thursday. So y'all go check that list out. There's something for everybody. And Tooth is a metalhead, and there's not a lot of metal on it.
If you're a metalhead, Lamb of God's new song "Sepsis" dropped today.
Oh yeah, is it good?
It's good. That'll surprise you too. It's a slowed down. It's a trudger. It's good. It's good.
right.
If you like that. If that ain't your thing, you're not gonna like it at all. But if you are a metalhead, check it out. 'Cause I got excited when I heard that.
I had to listen on the way to work in the morning while I'm editing the show here in a little bit. All right, man. Good stuff there. Thank you, Tooth, for Music Week. Hope you're having a good time at the concert. Lunchtime Theater, Dallas Cowboys doc. Go check it out. Charlie Sheen documentary. Definitely go check that out, man. 2 good things there on the Netflix if you haven't canceled your subscription like half of America has in the past 2 days. All right, we'll take a break. Come back. We got a little Travis talk. Then we got some burning question for Mr. Bradley Ramsey. You're listening to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck. All right, guys, welcome back to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck. That's episode 391. That's Bradley Ramsey. That's me, the Travis Reed. Now time for Travis Talk. I talked about it earlier, but I'm going to circle back to the Unstoppable Night of Hope that my lovely wife puts on. This year will be at Beans Creek Winery, November 21st, 6 p.m. We got some musical acts coming up. I believe Michael Childress will be playing once again. He's played the past couple years for her event. Michael Childress always does a great job. Fun time. And then guys we had on the show a few months back, August Lowe's. They're going to be playing on this show. It's going to be a good night. They're like a grunge country southern rock type feel. Good stuff, man. Josh and Jacob, great together. Their voices mesh so well. The other guys in the band are just good dudes, man. It's fun. The bass player he's a metalhead. He grew up playing Metallica and stuff. He's like 6'9" or something, but he's a metal guy.
I like it when the metal guys end up playing another form of music that's not metal, because they bring that attitude to what I really enjoy seeing, like, especially like country. What I consider traditional country, I guess, is called Americana now.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of those guys in Americana where, like, they ended up playing bass or guitar for this person, but they bring that attitude, and that takes off.
Yes.
And so their metal band gets left behind because this is where they're making their money. But they you feel that in the music, and
Yep.
that gives it more realness to me.
Yeah.
And that's why I like it when the guys do that.
Absolutely, I do too. You can hear the metalness coming
Yeah.
out. You're like, yeah, there it is.
And the lyrics are just a little more real and raw, and,
Yeah.
and they're not the, when you hear one of those guys, Arlo McKinley's a guy I always use for an example, because he's a big time metalhead, and his entire band is, but they play this really deep country, Americana, whatever, but it's got that feel to it that you get when you listen to metal. It's like, this is real.
Yep, this is
the
it.
real thing. These guys are writing from experience.
Exactly. All of the proceeds for the Unstoppable Night of Hope, they all go to local single working mamas. Megan was one of those, and she did not. She made like $10 too much a week to qualify for any benefits, and really struggled. And she's like, if I ever get to a point where I can do this, I'm going to do something for single working mamas that don't qualify for stuff and need a little bit of help get back on their feet. Christmas time is hard for everyone. This is hard for us that work and have two incomes in a household. It's very difficult.
And there's more of them out there than you would think.
Absolutely.
I mean, a lot of people do a good job of being put together and putting on that face, and just because somebody's got talking as a single father, it's because somebody's got a position and a title and works a certain type of job. Everybody goes, oh, well, they're doing okay. The struggle is real, and I get it. These single mothers, we all need our mama, and our mamas need help, and that's a good cause.
That's right. This isn't a handout. It's a hand up. It is a charity, but it's not a charity case. It's just a little support and recognition for the mamas working hard, and Megan has made a lot of differences in a lot of women's lives. She's had one lady, they did the Dress for Success a couple years ago in Murfreesboro. She came in, was real sheepish and shy, and they provided her with an outfit, helped her write a resume, and the lady got an assistant manager job at a car rental company. In less than a year, she's the manager of the car rental company. So just that one little help, just that one little hand up, got this lady into a managerial position to help her family out. And she checks in regularly with Megan and says, your organization is what helped me get to where I'm at. So we're out to eat. Went to try Vinegar Schwartz the other night, Saturday night.
Yes, I saw the pictures.
Dude.
Looked good.
Man, I'm going to tell you what, that tomahawk was fire.
I knew the second someone told me what was on the menu and what that was, I was like, when my buddy Travis Reed goes there, I know what he's getting. And then I saw the post. I was like, I knew it.
There was no question. I'm not going there to get lamb chops. I'm not going there to get chicken. I'm not going there to get anything other than the steak. That's what I got. So this lady sat down beside us. She's got a little kid with her. He looks to be 5-6 years old. Well behaved. I mean, you could hear him, but he wasn't, acting rude or unruly or anything like that. And we're like, oh, that's sweet. Mama son date night. So Megan saw it. Assumed she was to have a ring. Assumed she was a single mom. Told our waitress, hey, I want to pick up her check. Because she has the money she has in the stop. She does that all the time. So she did it and said, don't let her know it was me. This, that, and the other. It's like, okay. We'll get to leave, and the girl tells Megan, I love your hair. She's like, oh, thanks. They get to talking. Megan's like, that just reminded me of, you remind me of me and my oldest son when we would go out, after me and his dad got a divorce, and, we'd go out and have, mama son date nights. And so we left. We get home, and that girl posted about it on the forum. And seeing all these comments, and she figured out it was Megan. I didn't say anything. I didn't like the post. I didn't like anything on it. I was like, no, because Megan doesn't want that. She doesn't want people to know she did it. So this one dude at the very bottom of this post, he goes, you are welcome. I was like, no, hang on, Bubba. Look here. We don't do when I say the proverbial we, but she does not do this for credit, for clout. She does it to help people. And you're going to come in and you're going to take credit for it. I jumped on there. I didn't say nothing to him. I didn't do anything. I just told her, hey, my wife did this. Now that you know who it is, she does this. And did the thing. But dude, that chat my hind end.
sounded like he, and I'm not going to use the quote because I'm not sure if it's appropriate for air, but what was it Cuba Gooding Jr. told Tom Cruise not to do? And it sounds like that's what that guy was trying to do.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly.
That's kind of low down.
Dude, I was like mad. And I'm like, no, she did this out of the kindness of her heart. You know, and look, let me tell you, going to the, Vinegar Schwartz, it's not cheap. I mean, I've had it more expensive. Bourbon Steakhouse is more expensive.
Yeah.
High Point's more expensive. Kind of. But you get what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't cheap to pick up her and her son's meal.
Nice, right? This is a nice place.
Dude, the atmosphere is fantastic. Takes a little long to get your food. Don't care because it's all homemade. Wasn't even mad. When I go to a place like that, I expect it to take longer. If it's gonna be good, take your time.
Well, places like that, you're supposed to pencil in a couple hours at least because they're prepared. This ain't fast food. This stuff's not sitting there on a plate waiting for you to walk in and order it.
Nope, not a bit. And we neither one of us we weren't any kind of way about the wait. Neither one of us said a word. I don't even want that to be a factor. I'm glad it took that long because it tasted. Oh God, it was so good. But yeah. So she blessed this woman by paying her check, and this dude gonna take the credit. I'm like, no, no. And I was like, because she's like, no, I don't want, we're not taking credit. I was like, you ain't doing it, but I am. I'm doing it right now. Dude flew all over me, but
yeah, that ticked me off too. That ain't cool.
No, it turned out they were there celebrating early. Her kid had a tumor on his neck when he was younger, and they were going for their last cancer scan, make sure all the cancer was gone. And so I'm like, oh man, it really started pulling my heartstrings. I'm like, man, yeah, Megan,
pick up that tab.
Yeah, exactly. So it all worked out great. But I just want to give a shout out, guys. If you can give anything, go to Megan's Facebook page. Contact her on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, all the socials. She's on there. We would really appreciate it. This is a big deal for her. She loves doing it. So please, if you can give anything, just get in touch with her, and we'll get it out there, get the word out. Again, that's November 21st, 6 p.m., Beans Creek Winery. All right, we'll take a break. We come back. Bradley, I got a burning question for you. We're going to hit that right quick, and then we'll come back and figure out what we have learned. You're listening to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck. All right, 2 more will be done. You got any dialed up on that?
Got one for sure.
All right, guys, welcome back to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck, episode, that's 391. I'm getting ahead of myself. That's Bradley Ramsey. That's me, the Travis Reed. Burning questions, we usually say for our new guest. Bradley is, he's a many-time guest.
It's been a while, though.
It has been a while. Busy.
I couldn't tell you the last time I sat on this side of the table either. I'm usually right over there.
Yeah, I couldn't. I was thinking about that today. I'm like, man, when's the last time he was on? And it's been a hot minute. So we usually say the burning questions for guests. We've already asked Bradley those, but Tooth and I talked about a subject last week, and I was like, man, I wish Bradley was here because I really want his take on this. Stupid band names that you're just like, that is the dumbest name ever. Now, Tooth didn't like to answer it because he didn't want to throw shade at anybody. It's like, there's some bands out there I really like, but their names are stupid. Mm-hmm. Who you got?
There's a band, and I like these guys. I think they're cool, but the name of the band is King Gizzard and the Wizard Lizard.
Yeah.
That's the dumbest name ever, and it does not. That's when we were kids and we went to the record store. A lot of times, the name of the band or the album cover jumped out, and I would walk right past that. If I saw that band title, I would be like, no, not even going to give it a second thought. The only reason I even know who they were is I saw the dumb name on the Bonnaroo lineup one year, and I was like, I got to check these guys out. Then I listened, I was like, they kind of got a Black Sabbath-y feel to it. I was like, oh, I dig this. I was like, what's the deal with the name? And another one, the name is not as outrageous as that, and it may be because I just think the band itself is stupid, but I always hated the name The Presidents of the United States of America.
Yeah.
I thought that was a dumb name. I thought they were a dumb band. And if you do like those guys, I'm sorry, but I couldn't stand them. Yeah. And I thought they were ridiculous.
Eli liked them a little bit.
Some of the death metal bands, me being a metalhead, like cattle decapitation, right? It's like rotting Christ. So it's
Yeah.
like, come on, guys. It's like, I know you're not that scary, you know,
no.
and I know what the point of it is to be as extreme and metal's like
Extreme.
that's it's beyond cartoonish. It's stupid to me.
I agree.
Um,
One of the ones that come up last week, and they're a humongous band, and even the lead singer says it's a silly name, but as Christopher Walken would say, the Foo Fighters.
yep, the Foo Fighters.
That's a silly name. Love the Foo Fighters, absolutely love them, but that is a silly name.
They're so huge now you don't think about it, but Def Leppard's a dumb name.
See, look at there. Tooth said the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Same band. He's like, what is it? It's not even like that. Like the leopard can't hear because he just spelled it wrong. It's DEAF. I don't care if you're in England or not.
Yeah.
It's not. What is that? Where'd you? I'd like to research and see where some of these names come from. There were, and I think I erased them all because I had a list, and some of them don't fit. Like to me, like Rainbow Kitten Surprise,
Yeah,
That's
that's
stupid.
another one.
Stupid.
That's a dumb name.
Death Cab for Cutie.
Vampire Weekend.
Yes. Don't.
At the very least, if you're going to be Vampire Weekend, you better be heavy.
Yeah.
And they're not.
No.
Death Cab for Cutie, not heavy.
No. Smashing Pumpkins. Dumb.
Yeah, Smashing. The only reason I'm hesitant on that one is because it's kind of a rebellious act that kids, you know, they go around and they grab
Yeah.
the pumpkins off the porch and smash them. So I kind of get that for a rock band.
This name of this band, I absolutely think it is just the most BA name for a band ever. I love this name, but that does not fit them. The Killers.
True.
I love the Killers. I do. I like their music, which is odd for me. That's not using my style, but I like them. I've seen them. They put on a good show. But that name does just, buddy, they got that name quick, early, and they're like, we're keeping this name no matter what kind of genre we're going to play. We're going to be called the Killers. I think that's a hard name right there.
This probably, I'm glad Tooth's not here. I know he's going to hear this. It's going to hurt his feelings because I love this band too. But I always kind of thought Modest Mouse was a
That's
dumb
the
name.
dumbest name. That's the dumbest band. I can't stand Modest
I
Mouse.
like them. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of the band,
Oh.
and me and Tooth, we've bonded over our love for Modest Mouse. But I don't like the name.
No.
I don't like the name at all.
I knew, man. We was getting on this, and your name it did come up in that segment last week. I'm like, man, I wish Bradley was here because he would give some insight on this, and we named some. And I didn't write what I was looking to my notes. I didn't write any of them down because we just kind of went. And I had a few. Like I actually think Mumford & Sons is stupid.
Government Mule. That's another one.
Yeah.
I've seen them live, and God bless them, those guys can play. One of the most surprising, best shows I've ever seen. I avoided them for the longest time because of the name, though. It's just like, that's just kind of a dumb name, but they're awesome. But the name's not. And I'm sure there's something behind that I'm missing.
Yeah,
But-
that's what I'd like to know. And then you got some bands that the name just fits. Slayer,
Yeah.
Anthrax,
Metallica.
Metallica, who they stole from a magazine.
And, you know, believe it or not, Dave Mustaine said in an interview he wished he had named the band something else because he felt it pigeonholed him. Because when you're Megadeth, you got to be a metal band. There's no way around it, and people are just going to look. Jamie Justice said that he wishes he had named the band something other than Hatebreed.
Hatebreed.
Because, you know.
That
now-
fits.
It does for the music.
Yeah.
But he said, you know, he goes, now these guys get older and they kind of, you know, Metallica's been able to, we always end up on Metallica, kind of branch off and try some different things. But, yeah, Megadeth, as he always said, he goes, you know, we're stuck. You know, even if we try to do something different, as soon as you see the name Megadeth, as soon as you hear the name Hatebreed, you just,
You know.
you have an image in your head that this is what they're going to play, and you got to live up to it.
Yeah.
Because those fans expect that.
You do. I'll go country on you here. I always thought it was a stupid name. Rascal Flatts. Mm-hmm. It's what is Flat being a rascal? What is it? Dumb name.
What's a Stone Temple Pilot?
Yeah, that came up last week as well.
Hell, even one of my top 5 favorite bands, Alice in Chains. I know where the name came from. It's from a painting of Alice from Alice in Wonderland wrapped up in chains, but still, Def Leppard comes from a painting too, I believe. But
okay.
yeah, but it's not.
But why?
It's not. It's not. It doesn't explain. It's just again, two of my Stone Temple Pilots and Alice in Chains, love them, but and the names are legendary now. We're going, oh, come on, man.
Yeah.
But if you didn't know Man in a Box and you were just at a festival, like, hey man, some man named Alice in Chains is playing on the next stage. It's like, no man, I'm going to go see Slayer.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
100%.
You're not going to see her just on the name alone. I'm going. I pick Slayer over Alice in Chains, sight unseen every day of the week.
Every time.
But that's what I said. The title means a lot.
Bare Naked Ladies.
Bare Naked Ladies. That's a stupid name.
It's a stupid name. But what I said, those guys were smart. Band name is Bare Naked Ladies, but let's check that out. Bare Naked Ladies, I'm in. And then you find out it's a dude. You're like, oh man, you tricked me.
Yep.
What are you gonna do about that? And then like, this is not a dumb name, but Kiss, I don't feel ever described the name of how the band was.
Yeah.
Of course, their first name was terrible, Wicked Lester.
Yeah.
And I was like, really? Well, I'm glad we went away from that. But Kiss didn't. Seen them live, it kind of, you're like, all right, I get it now. But when you see a band, it's called Kiss, and then it's kind of, they're not
and then
heavy.
the image that they had was.
It was not, because they were rock. They weren't
Yep.
heavy metal. They weren't Sabbath-like or anything.
We were in the car. It's funny you mentioned them because we were in the car the other day, and in my new car, like the album cover will pop up when the song is being played, and Strutter came on, and and there's all four band members all in their face paint, and Gene Simmons with the scowl, and Anna goes, oh, those guys look scary. It's like, listen.
Yeah.
And then they were playing Strutter, and it's, everybody says they're looking good, and Anna goes,
the lady knows she's
well, that's not what I was expecting. I said, yeah, I know. I said, they're kind of a conundrum.
Yes,
They're
absolutely.
that Kiss will always give you mixed emotions.
Yes,
always.
that's 100%. Just go see them live. Don't listen to their stuff on albums. All right, I just wanted your take on that. I was thinking once you said you were able to come do the show, I'm like, we got to talk about this.
Yeah, there's a lot of them, but again, if the music's good, I get past it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. All right, guys, let's take a break. We come back, wrap this bad boy up, and find out what we have learned. You're listening to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck. All right, guys, welcome back to the Everyday Joe Show, brewed by the Common John Brewing Company here on 93.9 The Duck. That's episode 391. That's Bradley Ramsey. That's me, the Travis Reed. Bradley, it's time to find out what we've learned this evening, if anything.
I think we've learned that you and I think there's a lot of crap going on in sports we're not happy with. I'm not quite sure we're happy with much of anything at the moment.
Not with sports, man. But hey, you know what? There's a lot going on in the world, and in other realms that we don't ever talk about. But if I can just gripe about sports and stuff that makes me mad, I'm happy.
And hey, at least we got it, man. I will take a crappy Titans team over no football at all.
Oh, 100%. Now that game Sunday was hard to watch.
Yep. But at least it was on.
But it was
at
on.
least we had it.
It
hey,
was
if
on.
there's anything, it has united us as a fan base.
It absolutely has.
I guarantee you right now, this is the most united the Titans fan base has ever been. We're all in agreement.
99? Yeah. Probably a bit more united since, because we're like, all right, something's got to change.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the great thing about sports, man, is you can gripe about it without being, most people can, without it affecting your mood and you being negative about everything. We gripe about sports because we pay the money for the shirts, for the hats, for the tickets. We have for the cable, sometimes for the NFL package. We have we have inserted ourselves. We have a right, if you will, to gripe about it.
And deep down, if they start winning, God forbid they beat you Cardinals, but if they start, we want them to do good. We're rooting for these guys.
Yes.
They are ass right now.
Yeah.
But we love them. We want them to do good.
Right.
That's my team.
Yes.
I want that. It's kind of like your kids. There's nobody I will cuss harder besides my kids than my team, because I want them to do good.
Yes.
I want them to get out there and make me proud.
Absolutely.
Give me, get out there and prove the rest of the country wrong. I'm on yours, as my daddy would say, I'm on your side. I really am. I'm on your side.
Yep. And it's the great thing to like I said, to grap about sports, because sports takes your mind off of, like I was saying, all the other crap going on in the world and all the other stuff that we don't talk about on the show. So it gives you an outlet, and you can grap about it and it not really affect your life, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like some people it does. If you're like a Yankees fan, those guys are rabid, just crazy. And Cowboys
Eagles.
fans, Eagles fans. Oh God! So my daughter today, I told you she was getting back into wrestling. She loves wrestling, but she's really getting back into it here and asking me what matches to watch and this, that, and other. So then she's like, how does one pick a football team? I was like, well, you want to look at how good they have been historically. Are they going to be good going forward? Is the ownership good? And then I was like, does the logo, is it cool? Are the colors cool? Are the uniforms cool? Would you pay money to go watch a game there? And she's like, she goes, that's exactly what I thought. She's like, and with that being said, go Eagles. I was like, what?
And sometimes, just start like, I've been a Cowboys fan for a long time, and it was just, my dad was a massive sports fan.
Mm-hmm.
And again, being the young metalhead that I was, music fan, sports just wasn't my thing, but it was always on.
Yeah.
And I've told this on here before. Thanksgiving Day, they were playing the Redskins. I didn't know the Cowboys record. They sucked that year. They were awful. But I saw Michael Irvin make a one-handed catch in the end zone, surrounded by, it felt like the entire Redskins team. And I was like, that was awesome. That's my team.
Yeah.
And I watched them lose the rest of the season.
It's probably 89 or 90.
But then the next year I think they went 8-8, and then the year after that they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And now it was so it takes a moment, and it may not even be the team, because again I didn't have a team. The Tennessee Titans didn't exist. It was just, I saw that one play, thought it was awesome. I was like, who is that guy? And it's like, that's Michael Irvin. And then and I jumped on board right at the right time, but I didn't jump on board after the first Super Bowl.
Right, he's been there.
Yeah,
I'll give him credit.
1-15. That was their record that season.
I got a buddy, Chris Murray. He wasn't a big sports fan at all, and he saw a highlight of Randy Moss and somebody, reaching over, grabbing the ball, and he's like, "What was that? Who is that dude? What's the name of that team?"
Yep.
And his following, I was like, "Well, that's Randy Moss. It's Minnesota Vikings. He's wide receiver. He's my team." Dude's still one of the biggest football fans ever, and that's been maybe 15, 17 years ago, something like that. And he was an adult at this time, and he didn't know who Randy Moss was. He didn't know who the Minnesota Vikings were. He was just like you, saw that one play, was like, I'm in.
And sometimes it takes us way back to the Caitlin Clark thing. I never cared for baseball. Still not the biggest fan, but I saw Bo Jackson play football and thought he was awesome. And then they mentioned, oh, by the way, he plays baseball. I was like, he plays baseball too? Who does he play for? Started watching baseball because of him, So you need those stars, but that moment, that one thing where you're like, whoa, that was cool. I want to see that happen again.
And then when they suck, we grap about it.
Yes.
That's
But we still love them.
We still love them, but we're sports fans.
And we'll still watch them regardless of who the halftime performer is going to be. We're still going to tune in because we love it.
Yeah, that's when I usually go pee.
Yeah.
So I don't watch it anyway. All right, Bradley, thanks for stepping in this evening. We'll be hitting you up, man. We'll get close to 400.
Yes.
You need to get back on here a little bit with us. We'll have your spot clean back out.
Think what's the chances we get Eli over here? We get the full band back together for an evening.
Man, probably slim to none.
Well,
we'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
We'll
One night.
It's one night. It's episode 400.
365 days in a year, one night.
One night ain't going to kill him.
Yeah.
It's be after dark, though, and he goes to bed early.
Yeah, well, if I can do it, he can do it
That's
for
right.
one night.
I holla.